Hey everyone, it's Chris
And Stephanie.
with Central Station Toys here in Cleburne, Texas, and we're back for round 2. Lego Masters was on last night, episode 2, and we wanted to talk about it a little bit and give you our thoughts.
Get out some frustration.
Some frustration?
Yeah.
Yeah? What frustrations do you have?
I want to know, why the heck are they destroying anything Lego related? Seriously, after you take time to build all of that,
Well,
I'd be like, no, I'll give
even
you
the
$1
judges-
million not to destroy it.
Even the judges, said, for the record, I'm against destroying any Lego. So that was...
It was difficult though. I felt the pain. Travis and Corey had my back when one of them said, you don't smash Lego. I'm like, yes, I'm right there with you. This is painful. It was very painful.
Yeah, and I think, Boone and Mark even brought it up. They're talking about, it's like on one side, I want to see the explosion, but it hurts to watch it explode. And I get that, because it did. You see how much work they put into it, and it does hurt. I mean, I get, here in our brickyard when we have kids that are building their creations here, and it's time to take them down, it does hurt a little bit. They put their heart and soul into those creations, and to take them down and put them back for someone else to use. I just want to know who's the intern that had to clean the set. That's what
I know. Because I think parents across America are wondering, how did they clean up those Legos so fast?
Yeah. And then
because that's what it looks like. What happened when your kid's building it? It looks like there was some explosion or.
And isn't it Kara that kicks off her shoes and goes running? How did she run and not step on anything?
Hello.
She ran right past all those Legos and didn't step on a single one. I think they cut that out.
Maybe she has a lot of experience.
Maybe
they are seasoned master builders or something like that.
There you go.
So yes.
So what do you think about the guest star?
Exactly. I want to know.
Exactly. Yeah.
When she was on the way to the dentist, and I can stop by for a few minutes.
They had an 11-hour build, and maybe her contract was 10 hours. I mean, so she had to leave. Hour left.
She's
to
not
go,
a child anymore. She's not subject to child labor laws. But I was just like, why isn't she staying? She should be the one. Like, boom.
I expected her to guest judge or something to...
I thought they were going to trick us and like, oh, look, she made it back.
Yeah.
She got her teeth cleaned and now she's back. Because, where was she?
It was a big letdown because I was very...
And I love her, but...
Yeah, I was like,
what?
I didn't understand the guest appearance. Blossom brought nothing to... I would use her name, but I can't even pronounce it, so that's the...
But if you can, send us a video of you saying her name without a tutorial.
I mean, her and Will Arnett, they played off each other well, so but
yes.
Again, it's that plus and minus of it takes away from watching the builds that are happening.
I did think it was funny though that she was like, "Wait, are we rolling?" And he's like, "We're always rolling." Of course we are. I'm like, true. So, my next thing was that I loved that they did share some of the insider secrets about how they do some of the builds. One of my favorite tips was sharing the tip on doing the spheres with the honeycomb inside. That way it's not completely solid and heavy, and you can build something big without it being so heavy. I thought that was a great tip.
Yeah.
So that was one of my favorite things, is that they added more of that kind of thing. Maybe, I don't know, maybe
if you go to online afterwards, because I did check that this morning, they have more of the outtakes and those type of tips on there.
Okay.
So it's maybe not make it into the episode, but for those geeks that want to see the intricate details of some of those builds, they do have more online. So that's a good place to look at fox.com just to see. But what are your feelings on chemistry with our teams?
I think the only reason they eliminated Jesse and Kara is because, spoiler alert. It's always going to be a spoiler alert because
don't watch it.
Don't watch this until you've watched the show.
Yeah.
But it was a disappointment because I think the only reason they eliminated them was not necessarily because they didn't know what they were doing or they didn't do it well. They're not the most dramatic.
I agree with you. because I think Sam and Jessica deserve to go. They've been in the bottom two both weeks.
And they just
and
do not work
Sam
well
is not
together.
the nicest person, and that may be drama for the show, and I think that makes good television. Well, for some people, and so that's why the producers keep them in. I think there was a producer override on that one because I don't
Great
think the
for
judges,
television, not so great for Lego building.
I think they have potential though. I think when it comes to the building themselves, I think once they click as a team, they probably have more talent than what's
How
been
did they
shown
pick
so
each
far.
other?
And
Like
that's-
they
yeah.
totally random, like a drawing out of like a Lego hat because they ask for credentials? I want to see your builds. Do you have a YouTube channel? Anything like that, like
Yeah.
anything that would give some hint of what this person does.
And I laugh. So
I don't know. They should have at least met before. I mean, more people have met online more intimately. And I don't mean like anything weird, but I mean just, did you guys even have a conversation before this show?
Yeah.
Like, did they just say, you random person, I want to be a partner with you? Let's meet in Hollywood.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that is just a weird chemistry. I really, really, really love Boone and Mark. They are the beard guys, and they work really well together. I really like them a lot. The other people I think work really well together are, Christian and Aaron.
Yeah. They definitely have that technical side to them. And
And they're just having fun.
I love the fact when their explosion didn't go very well, they still
Oh, yeah, they were, like,
acted
selling
like
it.
it was the
Oh,
best
this is
explosion
awesome.
in the
Oh my
world. It's
gosh,
exactly what we
yeah.
wanted. That the blue just popped and everything just fell together.
They're
Oh.
totally selling it. Totally selling it. And everybody else's faces were like,
Yeah, like
what?
What do you see that we're
and
not
they're
seeing?
like, oh, this is exactly how we planned it.
But the judges calmed down.
Man.
On it. So
And they still were like, well, that's fine. We thought it went awesome.
but they weren't in the bottom two, so
True.
you know that.
Because they know they're awesome. I mean, really, that's why they stayed in. I really love Flynn and Richard. We're so sweet. Because it does get stressful, and it's really nice when you have someone to balance you out when you're the one that's like, we only have like 5 hours left, which might seem like a lot of time, but it's really not when you're doing brick by brick.
Yeah.
You don't have a lot of time, and you're just praying it goes all well. I mean, it all goes well, and then just to have the other person balance it out, and like, it's totally gonna be fine. Come here. We can take, a couple of minutes to hug. Okay, that's nice. Okay, let's go. Because if you don't work well under pressure, like that, then you're really not gonna get anything done. But I thought that was really nice. And then, of course, Tyler and Amy.
Although our kids did ask, said, so does Amy know anything about Lego?
That's what I was wondering. That's what I was gonna say.
Because Tyler's doing it all, and I guess she just has that. She hasn't done anything
Like
with
he's
Lego
the
before,
magician and she's the assistant.
but she knows how to build it, and she'll follow instructions, but he lays it all out.
She did
for
a
her.
very good job following
It was an
instructions.
incredible
then, 'cause
build,
That was pretty
yeah,
incredible.
so-
Because the first episode, I did not see that happening. I just thought he was like, okay, here, you hold these two while I snap them together.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Let's make it look like you're working.
I know, right? And
Build
so-
that stick.
I know, and I'm thinking, surely he's got to know she knows how to do something that we don't see, because he wouldn't have chosen her as a partner if
Well,
they didn't.
they're married, but I guess
Well,
he
yeah,
didn't choose her as a
but,
partner.
There's kind of like with us.
We didn't choose.
You were my business partner,
Oh, there we go.
sort of.
Sort of. Is that?
I'm just kidding.
And then we made it work. Is that how there's?
I don't know. This is another episode.
Okay, there we go.
Crystal and Amy.
I'm waiting for something more from them. I think that creativity is there. They've got that uniqueness. They've got that, I don't know, that flair. I think something amazing is
Yeah.
going to come from those two.
Yeah,
They work well together.
Well, and they played them up really good as characters as far as their cosplay.
Yeah.
But then after that, it's like, okay, now what? What are we left with?
Yeah, and I think as we
Because
start eliminating teams, you'll start
We haven't,
seeing something
we haven't
happen.
seen that much from them. And then,
Because really, they haven't really. I mean, honestly, when it came down to Flynn and Richard, when they first showed them on the episode, our daughter went, "Were they even on the show last week?" And And I kind of did the same thing. I had to go back and look. It's like, oh yeah, they were. I just did not remember them at all. So
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be
Well,
take
they didn't
time.
have like something that was like boom,
Yeah.
pow,
I think they were one of the quick.
big hair, no blue hair,
Yeah.
no. I mean, there wasn't something just.
They didn't really feature their theme park last week. It was just kind of oh, here's what you did, okay, and then you're
Yes.
gone. So
Oh, speaking of featuring theme parks, well, not really featuring the theme parks, but I thought it was interesting how they did it last week. This week. So last week they had the tables that everybody built on, and you zoomed magically over those bricks that were all over the floor, and which for Boone and Mark, that did not bode well.
Yeah.
It totally messed up their build. But this week, I was like, okay, so I didn't get why some people had to carefully carry theirs up, and then other people, it was like, it's just on this pillar of, why?
drama.
I guess.
They knew the one was. I think they all had to carry it over. I think it was just they showed them carrying theirs over because it was gonna fall.
I know, and I was just waiting. Who was that? Amy. No. What's his name? That was carrying it up. Tyler.
Oh.
When they were carrying up their monster, and I'm like, he's gonna trip and drop that whole thing, and everyone's gonna be like, no.